Hello friends, today we are moving toward the topic pollinating agents. What are the pollinating agents? The agency which transfer the pollen grains from anther to stigma, called as a pollinating agent, also called as a pollinating agency. Pollinating agents divides into two groups. One is abiotic agent and biotic agent. Abiotic means non-living agent. Abiotic agents includes wind and water. Pollination occurs by wind is called anemophily and flower is called anemophilus. Pollination occurs by wind called anemophily. Flower is called anemophilus. Example of anemophilus flowers are wheat, rice, corn, rye, barley, oat and palm. Adaptation of anemophilus flower. Anemophilus flower कोणत्या प्रकारचं अडॅप्टेशन दाखवतात? The first adaptation is flower is a small, inconspicuous, without fragrance and without nectars. Means without smell and without nectar. Pollen grains are light in weight, pollen grains are dry, and anemophilus flower produces large number of pollen grains because the pollens are wastage, so produces more pollen grains and more chances of pollination. Second points are there. The stigma is feathery or hairy to collect or to caught the pollen grains from wind current. Next point is your stamen is containing long filaments and anthers are versatile. What is mean by the versatile? Anthers attach filament with point and anthers can rotate or swing by the current of wind. It's called as a versatile anthers. Both stamen and stigma are exposed and come out from the flower that can be contact with the current of wind. Remember these things. Let us recap of the anemophilus adaptation. Point number first, the flowers are small, inconspicuous, colorless. Flower without odor or smell and without nectar. Pollen grains are light in weight, they are dry, and pollen grains produces large number because more chances of pollination, and here large number of pollen grains are wastage. Stigma is hairy or feathery to catch or to part the pollen grains from the current of wind. Stamens containing filament is long and anthers are versatile. Stigma and stamens are exposed to the wind current. These are the points of the anemophilous flower. Pollinations occur by the water. It's called as a hydrophily. There are 30 different types of the species in which the water pollination takes place. The hydrophilous condition of the flower shows the following important adaptation. Number 1, the flower is small, inconspicuous, flower without fragrance, without nectar. Then perianth. Perianth means when calyx and corolla are not differentiated, together forms one unit, that is called as a perianth. Generally, the monocot plants or hydrophytic plants containing the perianth. Here the perianth and other flower part is unwettable. Unwettables, that means they are not affected by the water due to the mucilage covering. The water is not present on the surface of the parts of the flowers, so that condition is called as an unwettable. The next point is important. Pollen grains having the specific gravity. Pollen grains are here long, filamentous or ribbon shaped and without exine. Hydrophily are of two types, hypohydrophily and epihydrophily. Let's move toward the hypohydrophily. Pollination occurs below the surface of the water. It's called as a hypohydrophily. Here the pollen grains are present below the surface of water, and example in case of the Zostera, the pollen grains are caught by the female flowers and the process of pollination takes place. Pollen grains are more gravity than that of the water, so present below the surface of the water. Second is a epihydrophily. In this case, pollen grains are present on the surface of the water and female flowers are caught the pollen grains and process of pollination is completed. That is called as a epihydrophily. What is epihydrophily? Pollination occurs on surface of the water is called as a epihydrophily. Example is the Vallisneria. Vallisneria is a submerged freshwater dioecious plant. Submerged freshwater dioecious plants. What is dioecious? When female flowers are born on separate plants are called as a dioecious condition. In this case, the male flowers are present or float on the surface of the water, and then female flowers are come on the surface of the water, and the process of the pollination takes place in between the male flowers and female flowers. That is called as a epihydrophily. And some plants present in the water. They are aquatic one, but they are not shows the process of hydrophily. For example, in case of Halogaris and Potamogeton, they are the anemophilous flowers, while the lotus, water lily, water hyacinth, they are the entomophilous. Both are present in the water, but they are not show the hydrophilic condition. Now let's move toward the biotic pollinating agents, that is living. The biotic pollinating agents occupies the 80% of the total pollination. Remember this thing. 80% of the pollination by the biotic pollinating agents. Who are the biotic pollinating agents? Insects, birds, ants, snails. These are the biotic pollinating agents. Now, biotic pollinating agents for your study, 3 groups: insect, bird and bat. Let's move one by one. Pollination occurs by the insect is called as a entomophily and flower is called as a entomophilous. Example is a rose, jasmine, ceratum, salvia. Now what are the entomophilous adaptation or adaptation in entomophilous flower? First, flower is large, bright in color, flower is showy, flower with nectar and flower with fragrance or smell. Next point is there, stigma is sticky and hairy, while the pollen grains are also rough, spiny, and it is surrounded by the yellow substance which is called as a pollen kit. It is a mucilaginous. These are the important points. The salvia shows the special mechanism which is called as a lever mechanism. It is called as a lever mechanism. Remember these points. The insect pollination shows the adaptation, which is called as the adaptation of entomophilous flower. Point number first, flower is large, bright color, conspicuous. Flower flower with smell and flower with nectar. Example is rose, jasmine, ceratum, salvia. Flower shows the pollen grains are rough or spiny and it is surrounded by mucilage substance which is called as a pollen kit. Remember this thing. It is yellow in color. Stigma is also rough and sticky. In case of the salvia, special mechanism when insects are visiting to that flower, a lever mechanism is there and cross pollination is occur in case of the salvia. Moves toward the bird pollination. The pollination occurs by the bird is called as a ornithophily and flower is called as a ornithophilous. Example is bombax, callistemon and lucia. What are the adaptation in the ornithophilous flower? The flower is a large, bright in color, flower with dilute nectars. It is large amount of dilute nectars are present in the flowers, and flowers, if you are observing, some flowers are containing the funnel shaped corolla is present. If you are observing the Lutea particularly, funnel shaped, because the birds, very small birds are there and a few birds, they are doing the work of the pollination. Birds having the size small and beak is long to drum the nectar from the flower. The pollen grains are rough and sticky and stigma is also rough and sticky. But important points in this, the flower without smell. Flower without smell. Because bird is less sense of the smell. So the flower is without fragrance, without smell. These are the points about the bird pollinating flowers. What are the points? Number 1, flower large, bright in colors. Then second point is there, pollen grains are sticky and spiny. Third color, important points there, flower with large amount of dilute nectars, and there is presence of the corolla is the tube shaped, funnel shaped. and flowers without smell, because bird is the less sense of the smell. Now move toward the last points. Last biotic pollinating agent, bat. You know the bat are nocturnal animal. It transfers the pollen grains from long distance, even though several kilometers also they are traveling the pollen grains. The pollination occur by the bat is called as a chiropetrophily, and flower is called as a chiropetrophilous. Example is a Amorphophilus, Adansonia, Cagelia. What are the adaptations in the flowers of chiropetrophilus? First, flower is large and dull in colors. Flower with strong scent or smell. Pollen grains produces large in number. They are edible. And important things are there. Flowers are generally open during the night times. Flowers are open during the night times. Remember these things. What are the points? Pollination by the bat is called as chiropetrophily, and flower is called as chiropetrophilus. The adaptation in the chiropetrophilus flowers. First is the flower is large, flower is dull, flower strong scent or smell. Then the pollen grains are produces large number, and pollen grains are edible. Pollen grains are edible. Remember these things. And here this shows as a large abundant nectar. This shows as a large abundant nectars. In this way, today we are studying the pollinating agents. Let's recap. The pollinating agents are of two types: abiotic, biotic. Abiotic pollinating agents in non-living, wind and waters. Wind pollination is called as an anemophily. Water pollination is called as a hydrophily. The important points about this wind pollination: flower small, inconspicuous, without nectar, without fragrance. Then important points are there. The pollen grains are produces large number. Pollen grains are dry and light in weight. Then the stigma is hairy to catch the pollen. Then stamen with long filaments, and anthers are versatile. Pollination occurs by the water is called as hydrophily. Hydrophilous flowers are here, small in size, without nectars, without fragrance. Perianth is coated by the mucilage, so they are unwettable. Pollen grains are also coated by the mucilage. Pollen grains having the specific gravity. Hydrophily are of two types: hypohydrophily and epihydrophily. Hypohydrophily, that means the pollination occurs below the surface of the water, called as a hypohydrophily. In case of the Zostera, pollen grains having the more specific gravity, so the pollinations occur below the surface of the water. In case of the epihydrophily, the pollinations occur on the surface of the water, is called as epihydrophily. Example is the Vallisneria. The pollen grains are having the equal specific gravity to the water, so it is float on the surface of the water. The Vallisneria plants is a submerged, aquatic, dioecious. Male and female flowers are separately present. Male flowers are float on the surface. Then the female flowers are also come on the surface, and the process of pollination is occur in case of the Vallisneria. In case of the biotic pollinating agents, insect first. The pollination occur by the insect called as entomophily. Flower is called as entomophilus. Example is rose, jasmine, commonly. What are the adaptation? First, flower large, showy, conspicuous, flower with nectar, flower fragrance. Pollen grains is the rough, sticky. Pollen grains surrounded by the yellowish substance, which is called as a pollen kit, and stigma is rough and sticky. In case of the salvia, the liver mechanism is found. Then pollination occurred by the bird is called as a ornithophily. The birds are small in size, long beak. The bird pollinating flowers are large, showy, flower containing the abundant dilute nectars. Then important point is there, the pollen is sticky and rough. Also stigma is sticky and rough. But important point is listen and remember, the bird pollinating flowers are without smell because the birds are less sense of the smell. And the last one, the bat pollination. The pollination occurred by the bat is called as a Cheropterophily and flower is called as a Cheropterophilus. What are the adaptations? Adaptation is like, first flower is large and flower is dull in color, flower with strong scent or smell. Then important things are there. Flower containing large amount of nectars and pollen grains are produces large in numbers and pollen grains are edibles. Example is the Adansonia amorphophilus cagelia. These are the important points about the pollinating agents. Okay, thank you.